welcome to World News here on TVP World. It's 3 o'clock here in Warsaw. And our top story this hour, the developing conflict in the Middle East. I'm Diana Skaya. Iran has launched a series of missile attacks on U.S. targets across the region, and they're in response to mass strikes earlier on Saturday by the United States and Israel, which hit Iran with dozens of ballistic missiles. Now, the large-scale joint operation is aimed at disrupting Tehran's nuclear program and exerting pressure on the country's leadership to bring about regime change. Now, the U.S. Department of Defense's Operation Epic Fury struck Iran's capital of Tehran in a series of air and sea-launched attacks. Explosions were also reported in cities across the country. U.S. officials say the strikes may continue over several days. Israeli news outlet I-24 News claims that the operation is estimated to last around a week. Reuters reports that several senior Revolutionary Guards commanders and political officials have been killed, according to an Iranian source. However, Iranian state media has denied reports of the senior officials and army chiefs' deaths. In response, Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps has launched waves of missiles and drones towards Israel and elsewhere in the region. Bahrain said a service center of the U.S. Navy's Fifth Fleet had been struck. The United Arab Emirates, Kuwait, Jordan, and Qatar, all of which have a U.S. military presence, said they had intercepted Iranian missiles. At least 3 big blasts were heard over the Dubai area. The Times of Israel reports that the attacks were carried out in daylight after intelligence sources identified the moment when senior Iranian officials would convene. The news site reports that the Israeli Defense Forces spent months planning the operation. U.S. President Donald Trump has released a video on his social media platform Truth Social addressing the Israeli and U.S. strikes on Iran, announcing the intention of the attack is to annihilate Iran's navy and ensure that Tehran never obtains nuclear weapons.
We are going to destroy their missiles and raise their missile industry to the ground. It will be totally, again, obliterated. We're going to annihilate their navy. We're going to ensure that the region's terrorist proxies can no longer destabilize the region or the world and attack our forces. And we will ensure that Iran does not obtain a nuclear weapon. It's a very simple message. They will never have a nuclear weapon. This regime will soon learn that no one should challenge the strength and might of the United States Armed Forces. I built and rebuilt our military in my first administration, and there is no military on earth even close to its power, strength, or sophistication. My administration has taken every possible step to minimize the risk to U.S. personnel in the region. Even so, and I do not make this statement lightly, the Iranian regime seeks to kill. The lives of courageous American heroes may be lost, and we may have casualties. That often happens in war. But we're doing this not for now. We're doing this for the future, and it is a noble mission. To the members of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard, the armed forces, and all of the police, I say tonight that you must lay down your weapons and have complete immunity, or, in the alternative, face certain death. So, lay down your arms. You will be treated fairly with total immunity, or you will face certain death. Finally, to the great, proud people of Iran, I say tonight that the hour of your freedom is at hand. Stay sheltered. Don't leave your home. It's very dangerous outside. Bombs will be dropping everywhere. When we are finished, take over your government. It will be yours to take. This will be probably your only chance for generations.
On his end, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says the aim of the attack on Iran is to end the threat posed by the Iranian regime. Netanyahu said in an address that challenging days await the citizens of Israel.
A short time ago, Israel and the United States embarked on a joint campaign, Operation Roaring Lion. The aim of the operation is to put an end to the threat posed by the Ayatollah regime in Iran. At this time, the IDF is attacking targets of the oppressive regime, Revolutionary Guard installations and bases, and together with the United States military, ballistic missile sites that threaten both Israel and U.S. forces. This operation will continue for as long as necessary.
Reza Pahlavi, the exiled son of the last Shah of Iran, has said that the final victory over the regime in Tehran is near. He has appealed to Iranian uniformed services to abandon their loyalty to the Ayatollah and ensure stable and secure transition of power in Iran.
Moments of destiny lie ahead of us. The aid that the President of the United States promised to the brave people of Iran has now arrived. This is a humanitarian intervention, and its target is the Islamic Republic, its apparatus of repression and its machinery of slaughter, not the country and great nation of Iran. But despite the arrival of this aid, the final victory will still be forged by our hands. It is we, the Iranian nation, who will finish the job in this final battle. The time to return to the streets is near. Now that the Islamic Republic is collapsing, my message to the country's military, police, and security forces is clear. You have sworn an oath to protect Iran and the Iranian people, not the Islamic Republic and its ringleaders. Your duty is to defend the people, not a regime that has taken our homeland hostage through repression and crime. Join the people and help bring about a stable and secure transition. Otherwise, you will go down with Khamenei's sinking ship and his regime.
Now, that might not necessarily be very easy because peoples of Iran might splinter into various groups, said Martin Himmel, international security analyst, speculating on the outcome of the war between the United States, Iran, and Israel. He added that the best case scenario would be for the U.S. to topple the Iranian regime. Let's listen in.
There are many, many scenarios, so I'll try to outline a few. One is that they wipe out the leadership, they decapitate the Revolutionary Guards, they disrupt their command and control, people go on the streets, there's widespread revolt, and the regime topples. That's obviously what Israel, the United States, and frankly, many Arab countries would like to see happen. That's the best case scenario, but there are many other cases that can come out. The regime can regroup in a different part of the country, they can control part of the country. People who will go on the streets might control another part of the country. There could be continuing warfare. And let's not forget that Iran is made up of many different peoples: Kurds, Azeris, Baluchis, Persians. They themselves might splinter into rival groups.